Good day, this is the Professor, CBMG PhD, and today is Friday, April 6, 2018. It is 11:58 and 13 seconds a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Today's research, Great Pacific Garbage Patch. There is an island of trash twice the size of Texas, floating in the ocean. You may have heard of the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. If you haven't, it is exactly what it sounds like, a massive vortex of trash floating in the Pacific Ocean. The scientists studying this ocean trash can have discovered it contains at least 79,000 tons of plastic. That is, up to 16 times higher than previous estimates, measuring about 620,000 miles squared. The island of rubbish stretches across an area twice the size of Texas. Although it is often called a patch or island, the garbage is actually spread out like a soup of plastics rather than a continuous mass of visible trash. The researchers and scientific investigators discovered not only did the patch contain much more plastic than previously believed, but it is rapidly accumulating more and more microplastics. The Great Pacific Garbage Patch is a huge hoard of persistent ocean plastic, chemical sludge and other debris. Buoyant, hard to decompose trash becomes trapped over decades in the currents of a massive ocean vortex. In this case, the northern Pacific Gyre. This patch floats in subtropical waters between California and Hawaii. The team used aerial images as well as data from 652 net tows to give them a more accurate picture of the trash than previously described. They found that plastics made up of 99.9% of the debris. 46% was made up of fishing nets, and more than 75% of the plastic pieces measured more than 5 centimeters. Researchers identified individual pieces of plastic, containers, lids, ropes, and bottles. They even spotted production dates ranging from the 1970s to the present decade, one from 1977, 7 from the 1980s, 17 from the 1990s, 24 from the 2000s, and 1 from 2010. Microplastics measuring 0.02 to 0.2 inches made up 8% of the total plastic. That might not seem like a lot, but it equates to 94% of the 1.8 trillion pieces of plastic floating in the patch. The volume of microplastic in the Great Pacific Garbage Patch they discovered has increased dramatically since the 1970s. We knew most pieces are comprised of microplastics. However, when you look at the total available mass of plastic, most material is contained in large debris that may degrade into harmful microplastics over time. This could be bad news for sea life. Fish end up eating dirty microplastics, and these might make their way up to the food chain. Small fish eats the dirty plastic, big fish eats the small fish, and pollutants go up the food chain. Larger debris like nets may trap fish, marine mammals, and sea turtles. A growth in the volume of plastic pieces, big and small, has likely fueled the research results. The scientific investigators suggest an increasing level of ocean plastic pollution could well be behind the results, particularly after the 2011 Tokyo tsunami. More research is needed to work out exactly where all this plastic trash is coming from and how long it can linger in the vortex. Changing plastic usage habits could help stem the growth of the patch. Stepping away from single-use plastics is a good start. Reduce, reuse, and recycle. And this video was created for educational purposes only. Hope you enjoyed listening. My code name is Will. I'm Professor Christopher Brunet, leader of research scientist, ufologist, psychic, computer technician, computer programmer, philanthropist, writer, mathematician, artist, photographer, film producer, chef, animal, and nature lover. My passion is world peace. Have a great day. Good day. This is the Professor, CBMG PhD. And today's